directly going to the BHAKARI MIS system, because you all know BHAKARI has been explained earlier by my colleague. So BHAKARI has an integrated MIS system which can provide right information at right time for the management decision processes. BHAKARI is well implemented across national partner, district partner, and service provider, private service provider, to monitor day-to-day activities and to track the progress. The MIS system in BHAKARI has fostered a data-driven discussion in CLA's annual work planning, and also meeting, our group meetings, or also our monthly meetings. We collect all sort of information ranging from routine monitoring, baseline survey and assessment, and also we have some provision of data exchanging with the private sector as well. So the system was developed in-house by mill manager and data officer. They all are overall responsible for maintaining, updating the system. BHAKARI has selected CompCare as a data collection tool, and Power BI as the business intelligence tool for disseminating the information. Next slide, please. So why we have choose CompCare and Microsoft Power BI as our technology for data collection and dissemination? As we also have discussed yesterday, CompCare has a better edge over any other software like Kobo and ONA that is available in the market. And CompCare has a case management system. Yesterday my friend was also explaining that. That means it can store the household ID, member ID and address, location of particular household, and that will be easy when you go for a follow-up to collect the particular intervention data. Even in offline mode, it will provide you household ID and member ID. That's the extra edge of CompCare system. Talking about the cost, is little higher cost. Mercy Corps is paying around $6,000 per year to use this system, but BHAKARI is sharing this cost with the different other Mercy Corps internal projects. So Power BI selection was easy for us because our Microsoft, corporate account is in Microsoft, so we select Power BI to reduce our licensing cost. And Power BI is easy to integrate in the other Microsoft platform like Teams. It can be easily integrated in Teams as well as Microsoft, Outlook and OneNote. Everything is everywhere in my Microsoft platform. It is integrated. So this is a landing page or landing MIS page for BHAKARI MIS, where we can see the top line information in the page, and we can, in the right hand side, we can see the navigation kind of thing, like indicator dashboard, survey dashboard, component dashboard, and other dashboards. So this has all the facility for providing information ranging from SMT to the partner staff. SMT are more interested in maybe this resolve framework and survey dashboard, whereas component leads and technical staff are more focused on this component dashboard. And our partner organization are really interested in other dashboard where they can get day-to-day kind of activities record and progress. So I'm not going to all of the navigation link. I'll show just one resolve framework navigation link of the system, and it's a resolve framework tracker, and we have all 39 different indicators in a framework. You can click to any one of the indicator and navigate to the detailed information about that indicator. So there was some adaptation done from last presentation that we were giving to US Admission and BHA. They requested us to have some kind of color coding for measuring the resilience capacity, that is adaptive, absorptive, and transformational. So we have also color coded different indicator and grouped them in this group. This would be very useful while we are doing an inline evaluation. Okay. This was some adaptation done. So when you click to one of the indicator, maybe FS04, we can see this kind of navigate page, drill down page, and this shows that the definition of indicator, and there are this is from tiers, and there are some tiers other information like start date, end date, standard, what kind of indicator is standard or custom kind of things, and then baseline value, inline value, top line PS information out there, and you can also see different progress and targets over the year. first year, and also you can see LOA achievement till date. If you want to navigate more on disaggregate, then there's an icon called, like magnifier icon. You can click on that and navigate to the. So this is a ITT kind of information that's stored in the MI system itself. We can just click download and we can just copy paste in our ITT first year, second year target, and all sort of required IPT disaggregation are here. It's a very long disaggregation, page 1, page 2 and page 3. So we can navigate to all the disaggregation kind of things. Now I'm leaving BHAKARI MIS here, and I'll be going to a more interesting topic of MIS system that might be very useful to you as well. So can you think of some constraint? What are the constraints for the development of MIS system? We have talked a lot about duration of project. This is one of the constraints that we have to face while developing MIS system or robust MIS system. Human resource, internal human resource, male resources. You have to consider, you have to see your male resources before designing your, hi-fi kind of MIS system. Of course, budget for MIS development. Do you have enough budget? Because there are lots of licensing going on. We have to license one software, we have to license another software, So you have to think about the budget. Is the budget available to go with your, robust kind of or hi-fi kind of MIS system? Of course, technology and HR available in the market. We have to see that only 28% have said that they have used ComCare. ComCare is not new to Nepal, but might be new to some other countries. You have to source, are there enough resource person to provide support in ComCare in your country? So technology selection is also depending upon the availability of HR and technology in the market. Of course, time to develop the system, what time it's required to develop a system. Maybe in this, if you are having a 6-month long, project distribution kind of thing, and if you're trying to build too complex MIS system, then it will not work. Definitely not work. So last, value for investing in technology. For a short period of project, you don't like to invest too much of your expenses or budget in developing very high MIS systems. So this is not a universal fact, but in practice, while discussing 2 days, I've given some of the points where you can manage, how you can manage the data, but there might be different situations we can discuss in Q&A. If you have a one-time emergency support and few output indicators to report, maybe 6 to 9 months, then it's always better to go with Excel database. If you don't want to report the unique kind of thing, then it's an Excel kind of thing. You can go with Excel. You can use Excel analysis, and also there are these days you can get a Power Queries within the Excel. With the Power Queries, you can develop a dashboard kind of thing within Excel itself. So these are all free. So if you have a multiple support, and if still you don't have to report the unique participant, and if the project duration is for about 12 to 24 months, then it's better to go with Excel, maybe Kobo. Kobo is also free for humanitarian organization. It is developed by Harvard Humanitarian Initiative, so it's free. You can use Kobo, and you can also use Power BI desktop version is free, and some Power Queries in the Excel itself to manage your data. If you have a multiple support to same household and reporting unique participant, and it's greater than 12 months the project, then you have to conduct household registration, provide unique ID to a household and member ID. You can use ComCare, Kobo or ONA for the data collection, and Power BI or Tableau for the data dissemination. If a long-term project more than 7 years, then I would suggest to invest one-time investment in software that meets your requirement. You can build your own software. You can have your own customized mobile app for the data collection and go in high kind of databases like Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server. That will reduce the cost in the long run. So business intelligence tool, how do we select that? I've already told that if you are using Microsoft account, go for Power BI. It can be integrated with all other Microsoft accounts, and it's a little cheaper than the Tableau. If you are going with Tableau, and it's a little harder to get all the Tableau system, and it will take longer time to implement in your system, and it costs little higher than Power BI. If you go to Google Data Studio is free, but has some limitation. Only we can get is the 6. There are 6 different charts that we'll get in Data Studio, Google Data Studio. We are using many charts and graphs in Power BI and Tableau, but in Google Studio there are only 6. Pie chart, bar chart, kind of things, line chart. It will be not enough to show you all your data stories. Next slide, please. So what we should consider while developing the effective integrated MIS system? At the strategic level, organizations should have a culture to promote the data-driven decision making. If you are collecting too much data and your organization is not using it, it's no question of having so big MIS system. Organizers should have allocate different sufficient budget for the development of MIS, sufficient human resource, that is already discussed. In the technology side, all the mail documents should be ready before developing a MIS system. That's a PS, theory of change, log frame, detailed implementation plan, and all the data collection tools should be ready when we start designing data collection tools in ComCare or ONA or in Kobo. We should design appropriate data flow diagram that has been discussed in day 1, how the data flow diagram looks like. We should have that. And also we should develop some flow charts, business logic, we call it business logic, to see how the indicators are calculated. What are the flow, where the data is pulled to calculate the indicators, kind of things can be seen in data flow diagrams and business logic diagram. So adaptation and data use. There are many examples, but I will only provide some of the examples. This dashboard was developed for the water component. So this is capable of reporting all sort of indicator needs. That's total reach, hectare of land irrigated, total water project constructed. But when we are having a CLA, during our CLA, the technical team said that this dashboard was mainly focused for the indicator and it's a donor driven kind of dashboard. So they demanded to integrate the process to see the progress made in each and every water scheme over the time. So what we did was we just added this drill down kind of thing in this report, and we developed next page. So after the drill down, when we include the drill down, we can see the all kind of information for single water project. We can see the estimate and we can see final estimation over the time. We can also select the date filter and see what has happened during which date. So this dashboard has, after integrating this dashboard, it has made it easy for monitoring day-to-day activities for the component leads. And we have also integrated same kind of dashboard to other agriculture, NRM, DRR component as well. So there's a higher buy-in from the component leads after integrating this dashboard. Still, there are other example of data adaptation and use is a movement tracker that has been already discussed during our CLA session. I will not go into the detail for this. And this is another adaptation and data use. And this is the adaptation recently happened when our friend from BHA and USAID mission went to a mail visit, and they requested us to have a total risk in terms of your municipality, your districts, so that this can be in terms of components, so that it can be easily be localized in partners organization, as well as we can share the data with the government. So that was their feedback. So we recently added this dashboard to see the component wise reads, and also by district wise reads, and also we can see the municipality, that 21 different municipality we are working, how much reach we have done in that. So yes, challenges and lesson learned. Challenges. Data collection, verification and cleaning requires ample of time, male staff time, and not all the data collected are equally used while taking the management decision. And this is a painful for male personnel, because all the data that we collect are not every time used for the management decision process. So what is the lesson learned out of it? We have to prioritize the data needs, to be collected and when it needs to be collected. And also we should know what is must collect and good to have kind of thing. There are a long list of good to have kind of information that we are collecting sometime and it's not making sense while we are using that. Sometimes we are missing must to have data. So we should clearly, distinguish between what is the must data that you have and what are the data or information that's good to have. And there's always an ad hoc data request. I don't know if you have faced this. I have faced it many times. Out of nowhere they are coming and saying that, okay, we need this data. So this gives a very challenging situation for the MIS developers. So we need a lot of time, to collect that, analyze, and again report back and design in the dashboard and disseminate that kind of thing. So maybe better planning is required to address the ad hoc request. And your SMT should ensure the data needs in upcoming 3 months, at least for the 3 months, so that your team, mail team and MIS team can work and give the data what is required to your SMT team. It is always challenging to build the staff capacity. It has been already discussed many times. So maybe on-site coaching. We have seen that on-site coaching for a month or maybe 2 months by your MIS team, by your mail team will be the best way to build the capacity of the staff in the partner organization, in the community as well. And technology selection, budget, human resources are some of the challenges for the developing MIS, robust MIS system. Mail team should for this mail team should know the complexity of your project and the data requirements of your project to make a right selection or appropriate selection for the MIS design. That's the information-driven discussion from the foundation itself, to improve our decision-making process. And this is a discussion, data-driven discussion in the communities, in the ICAP process, community action plan, making action plan process. We have discussed. We have taken the first year data and second year data. Even the process is carried on for the third year. So we will discuss on data and see what are the changes that we were able to make during these 2 years. So this is the data-driven approaches in MC. Thank you.